Hi guys and welcome back. If you're new here, we're Cheska and Ben. With our pup River, we travel full time in our camper van, Sophia. Join us this week as we continue our adventures through eastern Turkey, a part of the world that is completely blowing our minds with its incredible beauty. Where else can you find sunken mosques and temples that change the course of human history? This is like ground zero for modern human civilization. This is where it all happened. Subscribe and join us for the ride with new videos every Sunday. This is the Euphrates River, the longest river in Southwest Asia and one of the most important rivers in human history. It was part of ancient Mesopotamia, one of the cradles of modern civilization. The Euphrates rises in Turkey before making its way across Syria and Iraq to empty into the Persian Gulf. Here we are, parked upon the banks of this mighty water source and feeling very far away from home. So I still can't quite believe we're parked up on the Euphrates River. Yay! But we're in a little town called Halfeti, and further down the river there's a big dam, and it's actually flooded a village near here, and you can still see the minaret of the mosque poking out of the water. How cool is that? So I think we're going to try and find a boat that can, fingers crossed, take us over there.
So we've ended up with a tiny little gondola thing for the four of us. No music, nice and chilled. It looks very romantic. There are 16 different villages under here. So this was flooded to make way for a dam, and they all lost. Here we are. So it's hard to believe that under here is an entire village, and we are now on top of the mosque, the minaret. It's still sticking out. I bet this one won't wake you up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
We're being dropped off by the rope bridge so we can go and have a look.
River has found herself a friend. River and this stray puppy are getting on very, very well. I'm just walking into the dark. Let me go and take you back into the sun. There we go. So, we have been looking after this pup for a couple of days now. He loves to come and play with River every day, and they literally just run around like mentalists. Go say hello. Go. Whoa, my word. Hello. Hello. He's probably not used to like the pedigree treats and things.
Oh, but he's liking it.
Well.
What? If I'm looking a little bit puffy-eyed, let's talk about this dog. He's breaking my heart this past couple of days. Normally with street dogs, we're able to stay compassionate but still detached because you can't rescue every street dog, but there's something about this little one. It's just so like, when we first fed him, he just came and sat with me and laid his head on my lap. And he basically hasn't left us since, and he's just such a sweetheart. Him and River love each other, they love playing. We just can't feasibly take him. especially over the next couple of weeks, we're going to places where we're going to have to leave Rivet in the van. We haven't got time to train him, and obviously we don't know about leaving him and Rivet alone in the van together, or if he would be okay in the van. It's just like the worst timing, but I'm just, you know, the average lifespan of a street dog is 2 years, and he's less than a year, and I know that he's not going to have, you know, necessarily the greatest life. I mean, he is fed, don't get me wrong, the Turkish people don't leave them to starve or anything like that, but the reality of it is it's still going to be a harsh life for him, and he's just kind of like adopted us. And we're trying to like take him back into town, and he's just coming back, and it's just breaking my heart basically. Hello, let's go. Hello. Hey. Just say what a beautiful spot this is. So magic. Hey. Yeah.
Turn the lens cap
No,
off.
it's...
So tonight is our last night with Chris and Marianne.
I know, I can't believe it has come around this quickly. Sad times.
It's been a really quick 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, really quick.
It's flown
That's because
by.
you've had so much fun.
Exactly.
We've had so much
It's been
fun.
non-stop,
Yeah.
The waves have
non-stop
started.
moving, non-stop fun.
Finishing off the road trip with another barbecue, some beers, some wine.
Marianne is in charge of lighting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been
Expertly
amazing.
done.
It's been really cool.
Yeah.
Like a lamppost.
Beautiful scenery.
Actually, the reflection in the water of the stars is rather lovely.
Oh yeah.
Sheriffay! To new friendships and meeting somewhere exotic along the road one day.
Wonderful.
That's been amazing. Have a safe trip.
If you need
Safe
anything,
drive.
more importantly, I just want to say thank you. You guys have been absolutely awesome.
Great.
We're having such a great time in Turkey.
My
But it's
last
so
image
nice.
is of you in Cheska's pants. It gets me laugh.
Ben's got my trousers on.
Tracksuit bottoms are in
They
there.
suit you actually.
The problem is I've got to walk like this because I don't know how she walks in them because
Because my legs are longer, so it doesn't trail on the floor.
the most ridiculous things.
She is gonna miss you.
She heard the slide door go. She was like, right in the window.
See you later, guys.
See you soon. Bye.
That's a shame. I really enjoyed it.
I can't believe our little road trip with Chris and Marianne is over already. I'm so sad to see them go.
It's been an amazing 4 weeks, nearly a month of road tripping east.
They are so much fun to hang out with, and we have learned so much about Turkey through them.
And we've also managed to pick up a little bit of Turkish as well from them, which
with
is
their
great.
help, yeah, which has been amazing. So thank you guys, we have had the best time with you. If you aren't subscribed to them already, what are you doing? It's Tread the Globe. I'll put their links down in the description below. They're doing a circumnavigation of the world in Trudy, and this is really just the start of their adventures. They've got some epic adventures coming up, so do make sure you're going to subscribe to them. You will not regret it.
So they're heading off and continuing their adventure whilst we head off further east.
Yeah, we're also leaving Halfeti today. What is happening with the little dog, I hear you ask? Well, at the minute, we can't feasibly take him where we're going. We haven't got the time to train him, to introduce him to the van.
Yeah, it'll be a huge responsibility and a massive change to take on another dog, especially a street rescue dog. And at the moment, this week especially, we don't have the time we can give him to introduce him to the van, make him feel comfortable, safe, see if even if he would want to. So
Yeah. So we are planning on coming back this way after this next week.
The river just fell on my feet.
So after this next week, we are planning on coming back this way. We're coming back on ourselves. We have got a friend here that we met the other day who has agreed to keep an eye on him to make sure he's fed. We're going to be coming back this way.
So
we're just going to see what happens. Until then, we need to head east. So yesterday we left Halfeti and we drove about as far east as we were going to go on this trip, which is over to a place called Mardin. Now the weather is starting to turn and our window to explore Mardin is pretty small, so we're going to go and see it this morning, but we can't come this far east without going to check out the city. High up on the hills overlooking the plains of Syria lies Mardin. The entire old town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and one of the best things you can do here is to go off and lose yourself in the sandstone maze-like alleyways that haven't changed for centuries. If only these walls could talk.
It's like we were walking around a movie set. It's so quiet. It is early. It's so quiet, and everything just looks amazing. It's like all this like sandstone. It's gorgeous. So over there are the Mesopotamian.
Yeah, that's right.
So over there are the Mesopotamian plains and Syria again. Oh,
what have you got?
I don't know, but it's like a big biscuit. It's almost kind of like an almondy shortbread. Oh, you'll hate that. No, you will, because it's really buttery. Or almondy. This. Come here for the streets themselves. Just walk around and get lost. It is. I'm going to use a word that's not amazing.
It is an experience.
It is just like a massive maze, and you'll love it, honestly. It's brilliant. Go along the main street and see all the cool touristy bits, and then just walk down, take a left turn off a right turn, and just explore. Let's go down here. Come on. As we got into eastern Turkey and moved further east, you can see the difference between the east and the west. It's so much more rural to the east. There's sort of just little towns, things dotted around along a major highway through, and then you've just got all this barren land of rocks and crops and pistachio trees. It's such a big difference from where we've come from the west, where it's very like tourist orientated, and there's all your big hotels and all your beach places, whereas this is more raw. Tread the Globe aren't here in person anymore, but they are here in spirit, because the road has come to an end. Oh my word.
What are you guys looking at this morning?
We're looking at the sunrise this morning. It's beautiful. Look at a ball of red flame rising from the... We want to say morning as well. We have woken up in the most quietest of areas. Oh my word, I say quiet. It was quiet until this. Look at the river. This is where we are. But before we do anything, I need a cup of tea. I need a cup of tea. Slept so well, so peaceful. The birds are chirping, the sun's rising. The sun was gorgeous this morning, almost as beautiful as Myanmar. Myanmar. Myanmar.
Just appreciate my sock situation this morning. Didn't realise they look like that. So the reason we've been parked up on this barren bit of land in the middle of nowhere is because we're 2 kilometres from a place called Gobeklitepe. Now if you're into your Stonehenge and your pyramids, you'll love this. It's the oldest temple in the world and it's 10 to 12,000 years old. It predates Stonehenge by 6,000 years and it is here. So that is where we're heading off this morning. When Göbekli Tepe was discovered, it rewrote our understanding of human history. We used to think that art and spirituality emerged after we began farming and formed communities, but Göbekli Tepe was built by hunter-gatherers and predates farming. Here, art and spirituality came first. This 12,000-year-old temple could be the true dawn of civilization.
These are 12,000 years old. And you can still see the carvings of the animals on them.
It blows my mind that this predates agriculture, and we thought that agriculture happened and then we created temples and stuff because people were close together and it just kind of naturally happened like that. But actually we started worshipping before we had agriculture, before we all lived together, and agriculture might have happened so that we could build temples like this, because obviously to build something like this you need to have a steady food supply, you need to have lots of people together. It's just phenomenal.
Can you see it on this pillar here?
The what, sorry?
The head of potentially a lion. So you see this big pillar here?
Yeah.
Go to the right.
Yeah.
T and see down. See the kind of carved
Oh
head.
yeah. What blows my mind is that if they're right about this place and that this predates the big agricultural revolution, which then was the birth of modern civilization as we know it, this is like ground zero for modern human civilization. This is where it all happened, and it happened so that we could build temples like this. It's just crazy. I would give anything to go back in time to see what happened when they built these and what they've been used for. Anything.
It's wet and slippery. What are you doing?
What is this?
We've been gone for 45 minutes. Hang on.
River!
Wait. What have you done? Oh, how have you got up there?
River, have you got yourself stuck on the table?
Come here. No. Oh, that old chest. There you go.
Hello. Hello.
Come here. Stay.
That was absolutely incredible. One of the best things I think we've done.
65 TL. Worth every penny.
It was incredible. So we got there before it opened. I'd highly recommend doing that, because to see the stones and to be there in like relative like peace and quiet, I think just kind of elevated the experience of it. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, the weekends get really busy, as you'd imagine. There's tour buses and things, but go during the week, get there first thing. It opens at 8:30.
Yeah.
Get there just before and you've got the place pretty much to yourself. There was a small crowd of what, 5-6 people when we were there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. One of the brackets holding the exhaust has snapped.
This is one of the steepest roads that we've been on, but it is also one of the most spectacular drives we've done. The views from up here over the mountains are just out of this world.
She's filming!
Bring a mask?
I brought a mask. Did you not bring a mask?
No.
For Steak Fisher.
Here we are. Here we are.
Here's Johnny.
Oh my god. Why do we have feelings? Damn it.
This is my...
You literally walk around like a teacher or an invigilator and an exam at school.
My pondering, thinking and wondering what the hell this is all about face pose.